Hi everyone, Vince here. We're diving into a whole bunch of new reward apps today to see if they're actually worth the time and effort in 2025. Hope you enjoy. First up, we have an app called SurveyStreak. And this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top right corner of the screen, you have your account balance. Underneath that, we have our surveys. Now, as you can see, the survey prices are actually pretty decent all in all. Definitely not the best we've seen. We have one there for $1.82 for 15 minutes of our time. And just remember, with surveys, everyone, there is absolutely no guarantees at all, okay? You might get screened out, it may even glitch out. So surveys are very temperamental in my opinion, even still in 2025. But the option, of course, is here. And it seems, at least here in Australia, I'm capped out at around 8 surveys at a time to choose from. Now, moving over to the redemption area, here in Australia, I have PayPal, Amazon, Apple, and 54 other gift cards available. And you'll notice here that all 3 of these are $5 minimum. Now, moving over to the other gift cards though, they will all have their own separate minimums, everyone. So some may be $5, but in most cases it may be 10 or even higher depending on the actual company that you're trying to go through. These are completely country specific as well. So if you can use the app in your country, you're going to get very different gift cards to what I'm going to get here in Australia. And surprisingly enough, that's really all there is to the application. It's very, very bare bones. It gets straight to the point, just really surveys only at this point, at least from what I experienced. So was it actually worth the time? Well, everyone, I am very happy to say that it only took me around 40 to 50 minutes or so to generate the $5 minimum that was needed in order to actually activate the withdrawal. And thankfully that $5 actually hit my account within about 10 minutes or so without any issues. Again, at least in my experience and my own testing. It does seem like a little fun app to use when you're bored. So at least right now, SurveyStreak is actually worth the time and effort for me here in Australia. Again, you can do whatever you want with that information. I just wanted to say, everyone, thank you very much for the support over the year. You guys have been amazing. I know I haven't been around lately, but I promise I will be back. Just been dealing with some drama with YouTube policies, etc. It doesn't need to worry you. Either way, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you all. And I will be getting back to all your comments as well. Next up, we have Cosmic VendHub. And this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top of the screen, we have our diamond-based currency, as well as a 3-hour timer and our supposed PayPal currency. Now, there is a daily check-in area as well for extra diamonds, and it runs on a basic level system with a daily challenge level, and of course the main game. So I'm on level 9, and this is what the actual game looks like, everyone. It's very, very simple. You do have items at the bottom of the screen to help you get through the level, and while you're playing, random pop-ups will appear, which are very frustrating because they're intrusive ads every single 30 to 60 seconds, everyone. Ultimately though, the whole goal is just to match 3. So if you ever played a match 3 type of game, you know exactly how to play it. You're going to continuously get the pop-ups to watch the ads to then get the diamonds in return, and that's essentially all there is to the app. So you can imagine that on repeat. Now again, we see the same feature. Even if I don't want to watch the ad to get times 5 to 20 diamonds, and I simply press the get button, it plays an ad anyway. Annoying is an understatement. So without wasting your time, let me just break down exactly how my test went today. So I started my test off at 2 hours and 15 minutes on the timer. I then played all the way down to 58 minutes and generated 6,040 of the diamonds. And after that timer ran out, I was left with 17 cents worth of USD currency, which is actually on the much high end of what these apps usually deliver, funny enough. Now you see, I've had hit and misses with these developers, okay? I swear sometimes they just forget to ever actually give the rewards out to people, or the apps are just broken. So really, when you go into an app like this, you have to be really cautious, okay? But I am happy to say, everyone, I did withdraw the 17 cents worth of USD, and it did arrive within 1 week to my account. So while as surprising as that was, it's a bit disappointing that we have to actually be worried you're not going to get anything. And literally, as I was talking on the redemption page and advertise and play, you can do whatever you want with the information on Cosmic VendHub. Fingers crossed we get a developer that actually matches Just Play's rates one day. That's like the ultimate goal, I feel, with what we need in 2026. Next up, we have Joyful Bingo. And this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your in-game currency, your bingo cards available, and of course, a shop, a scratch area, and a daily task area. Bottom right corner of the screen, you have your gem-based currency, 3-hour timer, in the supposed PayPal currency. So the daily task area is simply there just to get you to keep playing the game, obviously, and give you a little bit of the bingo cards in return for completing the challenges. The shop also just gives you the bingo cards, of course, and with their scratch system, it's just another way essentially to get you to generate those gems, okay? Very straightforward concept. Like you can see, I almost got 11 gems there for scratching that card. I can watch the ad to claim it. Pressing cancel though will play an ad anyway, so I don't quite understand the concept of that. Now you do have the choice of playing with up to 4 cards at once, but we'll just go with the basic one for now. And there's another ad. So this is what the bingo portion looks like. Again, everyone, I'm sure you've all played bingo before. Top of the screen, you have your numbers. You can also speed up the bingo itself. You have your balls left, and you have a little power-up bar there, where if you fill that up, it'll give you like little abilities to help you along your way. Random mini games will pop up as well with the same idea of just to get more gems. Again, they force you to watch the ad even if you don't want to. I found that each game generally takes between 1 to 2 minutes every one. But you see, the thing is, because you're watching so many advertisements, each level may take up to like 5 minutes. In fact, there's another one. Again, I'm not going to waste your time, everyone. You understand the concept of bingo, I'm sure. And this is literally all there is to the app. So I started today's test off with 36 minutes left on the timer. I managed to generate 441 of the gems with 1 minute and 58 to spare on the timer. And that generated me 4 cents worth of USD currency, which 5 cents is the minimum. So I played again for another hour and a half almost to generate 818 of the gems. And that generated me 9 cents in total of USD currency. I am happy to say though, everyone, I did withdraw that 9 cents worth of USD and it did arrive to my account within about 5 minutes. So that was great to see. Again though, really not worth the time and effort. 2 hours for 10 cents almost worth of currency. Now, to be fair, some people may actually have a use for it, but here in Australia, I just don't see it, okay? So that's my review on Joyful Bingo. You can do whatever you want with that. Let's move on to the next app. Next up, we have Coin Jackpot Reward Pusher, an early access title, by the way. And this is what it looks like when you first launch it up. Top of the screen, we have our balance, as well as a 3-hour timer and our supposed PayPal balance. Underneath that, you have your in-game currency, which you can use to purchase more of the little Plinko balls. And then below that, you have the actual game itself. And everyone, let me just tell you something. While it does look like a pretty fun little game, you'll notice once you start dropping those Plinko balls, things start to get pretty irritating pretty fast. And the main reason for that is because it has the intrusive ad system. And if you don't know what I mean, if you didn't hear earlier, every 30 to 60 seconds, advertisements will play no matter what you're doing. So right here, we have a golden flip system, which is a cool little mini game that can give you the currency pretty quickly. And remember, this is the in-game currency, of course. It's asking you, do you want to try and multiply it by watching an ad? And at this point, again, you're going to have to obviously press the get more button, because if you press claim, it plays an ad anyway. So let's just do that now. And here we go. Let's see what we get. ×3 supposedly, and that's literally all there is to it, okay? You can imagine this on repeat over and over again. You simply just drop in the Plinko balls and hoping for the best. As I said, the app itself actually looks pretty decent, okay? It's not like one of these basic generic apps, but the way the game just stops everything to play an ad is so derailing in my opinion. Either way, everyone, let me just break down how my tests went. So I started off the test at 2 hours and 58 seconds, and I managed to generate 8,166 of the currency with 1 hour and 45 minutes left on the timer. And you will see here, everyone, they actually did an update and replaced the gem-based currency with a more standard style of currency, funny enough. Either way, that only converted into 3 cents worth of USD, which was very disappointing. I then played it again though and generated almost another 2,000 of the gems, which finally got me to 5 cents USD. I am happy to say, everyone, that yes, I did receive that 5 cents worth of USD within about 10 minutes or so, but guys, that is so low in my opinion for the time needed, okay? It's actually such a shame as well because the game looks decent, as I mentioned earlier, so imagine this with like Just Plays rates. It'd be awesome, but it's just not the case. Anyway, that's my review on Coin Jackpot Reward Pusher. Let's move on to the next app. Next up, we have Plinko Bear. I do find it interesting that a majority of these apps are in early access, everyone, but look, that's just neither here or there. Always have your guard up no matter what when you see early access. Either way, this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, we have our gem-based currency, a 3-hour timer, supposed PayPal currency, and also our in-game currency of coins for the Plinko balls when we run out. Underneath that, we have our Plinko ball counter, and then an intrusive ad. Exact same situation, everyone. Every 30 seconds or so, an ad will play no matter what, so get ready for that. There's also a relic system where obviously it just gives you more gems and progression in the game itself. Just think of it as like a little mission area, everyone. All you need to do is just drop the Plinko balls from the ceiling and hope they hit one of the little, hang on, and there's another intrusive ad. There's the scratchy all done after that ad, and I have 630 of the gems available. I can then watch an ad to claim more with the multiplier, which I will do. All right, what are we going to land on? And it's ×2. And there's another mini game. You're going to be bombarded with mini games, everyone, okay? And there's the next ad. So as the Plinko balls make their way down the field, you obviously land in these little baskets with their own bonuses. Again, here's another little mini game, which is a slot element. And here it just states I've got 1,000 of the gems where I can multiply it again. And there's another intrusive ad. And realistically, everyone, that is all there is to the app, okay? I'm not going to waste your time anymore because I actually don't want to sit through this either. It never ends with the advertisements. For today's video, I started off at 2 hours and 58 minutes on the timer, played all the way down to 1 hour and 50 minutes to generate 92,000 of the gems. That balance then updated to 3 cents worth of USD at the end of the timer. I then had to play again and generate another 26,000 gems. And that only put us to 4 cents worth of USD, everyone. So then I played again and generated another 25,000 of the gems. And that put us to 11 cents USD. A massive jump from the previous timer running out for some reason. That just shows you how random the app can actually be. Either way, everyone, I did withdraw that 11 cents worth of USD currency, and I am happy to say it did arrive within 10 minutes again, which was excellent to see, but I'm really not happy with the amount of time it has taken. To me, that has taken way too long, but again, you can do whatever you want with the information, alright? That's my review on Plinko Bear, just not really worth it here in Australia. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 reviews. Catch you all next time.